Oh, hell no. You are kidding me. And it also says that this is an exhilarating debut. Exhilarating? I'm having a terrible time. How did this get published? Hey guys, today I'm gonna be reacting to Adultolecense. You'll never guess who it's by. GABBIE HANNA. Yeah, as in the Gabbie show from Vine. She's gone and written a whole poetry book. I'm sorry, but whose idea was that? Who gassed her up and told her it was a decent idea? Knowing her, it was probably herself. As you've probably already guessed, I don't really like GABBIE HANNA. Like, she's been exposed recently for basically being a bit of a terrible person. Anyway, my point is, my expectations for this are low. But if you're new around here, listen up. I got a little secret to tell you. I'm not just any reactor. I am Starlet the Starlet, and I'm a writer. So I don't just react, I review. And the way I do it is simple. If I like something, I add a point. But if I don't, I take a point off. And this is my little darling Seth. He loves books too. And this is gonna be his bedtime story. So he's just gonna chill here with me. Let's jump in. Oh wait, quick note before we get started. I know this is a new book. Don't think I'm abandoning the other books. We will get back to Harry Potter and Little Darlings, because if there's one motto that this channel lives by, it's we will reach the end no matter what. Right, here we go. I'm kind of scared, guys. Oh boy, you guys. It says it's illustrated by GABBIE HANNA as well. This is not a poetry book, is it? I'm tempted to take a point off just for the false advertising. This ain't finna be poetry, it's finna be horror. Also, if you came here hoping that I would be reading from the book directly, I'm sorry to disappoint. I don't do that. I can't because of copyright reasons. And that's why I always sum it up. So yeah, sorry I can't really read the poems out. All y'all need to know about the first poem is that it was crap. It attempted to be self-aware, but it just failed. It just flopped. Okay, so you know how I said I add points and take points? Given that this book is full of short little poems, I'm thinking I'll do points for each one. So like I said, first poem, crap. Second poem, crap. Yo, you could write that down and put that right in amongst these poems. It would fit right in. Because I'm well aware that poem I just made was also crap. Wait, I should probably also say why the poems are crap as well. Like I said, the first one tried to be self-aware, but it failed. The second one was crap because it was cliche. It's called Sleep, and GABBIE HANNA basically raves about how much she likes sleep. I'm guessing that the poem was a bad attempt at trying to be relatable, but it just ended up being cliche instead. That, or it was written after GABBIE just had a really good nap or something. But I don't get why she would want to tell other people about it. Like, okay, yeah, we all like to sleep. Now, third poem, Recess. This is actually a little decent because there's a little bit of a plot twist. It also sounds a lot like the script for one of GABBIE's Vines. Like, it starts off with that whole little nursery rhyme. Jacob and Emily sitting in a tree. And when it gets to the, like, first comes love, then comes marriage, it goes, then came a still and empty life as a result of the societal pressures, da 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 da. I mean, the plot twist isn't great, it's nothing special, but it's still a plot twist. So I'm giving that a point. Next poem. Number 4, O positive, as in the blood type. The entire poem is a shoddy joke. The whole thing literally says, I donated blood today. Feels good to finally be somebody's type. Boo! Oh my days. Taking that point back. The fifth poem, Advice 14. It's a random bit of advice from GABBIE. It's alright. She talks about how when she was a kid, her worst fear was getting lost in space. But now she's older, she realized that she shouldn't have been so stressed about it because she doesn't have a spaceship. So the moral of the poem is don't create problems where there aren't any. I mean, you know, so I'm taking a point off. But guess why? It ain't for the reason you think. It's because The whole poem is one sentence long, but it don't start with a capital letter, and it doesn't have a full stop at the end. And also, when Gabbie wrote the word because, she didn't write because, she put BC. She just randomly decided to use text B. Dislike, downvote, unsubscribe. No, not to me, please. Hold on a second. Oh, hell no. You are kidding me. So on the blurb, right, on the back of the book, it says, Gabbie Hanna is a web-based comedian. Okay, whatever you say, honey. And it also says that this is an exhilarating debut. Exhilarating? I'm having a terrible time. Right. Poem number 6 is called BFF, and it's about a friend she has called Lonely. You see what she's tried to do there? Again, it's just a bit cliche, you know? It just leaves me with a bit of a bad feeling inside. Like, it's giving me the same feeling I get whenever a guy's coming on too strong and won't leave me alone. Hold up, maybe that's the point. Oh my gosh. Maybe, oh my god. Did I just get finessed? Because it says that Lonely's been my bestest friend for as long as I can remember. He gets a little clingy, especially mid to late December. Lonely's always, she forgot the S, always been there every time I've cried through all the downs and heartaches, but he's never left my side. Even when I hide away where no one else can see me, Lonely is my bestest friend because Lonely never leaves me. Right, again, you can see what she's tried to do with that by naming the friend Lonely, but I'm a bit astounded by how it made me feel. Was that the point? Because if so, she's getting a point for that. Oh my god. that really snuck up on me. I honestly just got played, didn't I? Because even though this poem is about like the feeling of loneliness, it also really reminds me of a guy who's only nice to you because he wants to interesting. I am giving that a point. I actually think in this case the illustration kind of helped. It kind of added to the way the poem made me feel. Like, look at it. Alright, number 7. Life sucks. Be grateful you woke up this morning. That's the worst part. Very original. But is that James Dean? Does anyone see the resemblance? Advice 10. Oh my gosh. When I was little, I was the only person who couldn't do a cartwheel. First of all, same. But Gabbie says it's because she was scared, and I couldn't do a cartwheel because I was just disabled. The moral of this poem is that it's okay to fail as long as you try. I mean, I guess I agree. But the moral also made me cringe because of the cartwheel example. Like, that was not inspiring in the slightest. Is that the point? I don't like that. Also, there was a lot of text speak in this poem as well. So, okay, in the next poem, Sticks. The first half, no, the entire poem is just a list of names that kids use to bully people, you know? Stuff like dimwit, dick, moron, jack. But there's one line which says, and absolutely cringy. I'm sorry, that is the realest thing I've seen in this book so far. That's this book summed up. What? So yeah, for 75% of the poem, it's all of them names. But then in the last bit, it's like she has this realization that she's not the type of person to use all of these names. And she's like, who could I ever speak like that to? Oh wait, me. Minus a point. There's just nothing original about it. Right, so the next poem is called Best. It's clearly about a boy. Apparently people are telling her that she deserves better, but she says, I don't want better, I want you. I guess some people might relate to that, but not me, so I'm taking a point off. Ugly monster. Oh my days. Look what's on the next page though. Can you see that? He's got flowers behind his back. Alright, next poem is called Hide. It's about the one day she chooses not to hide her feeling. But in terms of the poem itself, it's terrible. I mean, I'm guessing there are a lot of people who'd be able to relate to that, but that doesn't necessarily make it good. On a literary level, this sucks. Do you know what though? This is actually reminding me of Macaulay Culkin's autobiography, Junior. Like, that was an actual book, but there were a few poems in there, and there were loads of drawings and bits of it that were really like fragmented and scattered about. However, Junior was actually good. I remember reading the whole thing within a day. Like, I used to have a really big thing for Macaulay Culkin because he was Michael Jackson's friend. This next poem is about being inspired. It's literally called Inspired, and Gabbie says that she literally hopped out of the shower to write it down, which I relate to. Like, being a writer, I've done similar things, and I'm guessing a lot of other writers can relate as well. However, don't think I'm gonna be hypocritical and give this a point just because I relate. No. Let me actually finish reading the poem before I decide to give this a point or not. You know, she did not. She just not just do that. No. Oh my god. So, breaking news, it sucks. Not only does this suck, this is shocking and appalling. Definitely taking a point off. Y'all know why? After she told us she hopped out of the shower to write down this idea, she says, "I hope you like it," because in the process of doing that, she drenched her new carpet and lost a security deposit, just so that we can read it and maybe think, fam, this is lit. She legit wrote that. Oh my gosh. She seriously put "fam, this is lit" in the book and expects us to like it. Now, hold up. Before you start roasting me, I know I say stuff like that all the time, right? I've said lit and stuff like that in my videos. I say it in my day-to-day life. However, never would I ever put it in a book that I want people to take seriously. The only time I might think about doing it is in dialogue. Like, I tend to write fiction. So if I had a character that's like pretty urban and uses slang a lot, then I might use something like that. But sparingly, you know, because A, readers might not understand, and B, 90% of the time, stuff like that, it gets cringy so quick. Like, especially with amateur writers. And this is a prime example. Anyway, Gabbie lost her security deposit because she jumped out of the shower just to write this down. Was it worth it, Gabbie? Well, we learn. The next one is called Stranger. I don't completely understand it, but I can appreciate the way it was written. This is the type of poetry I prefer. I do like short little snappy ones, especially if they are funny and unconventional and they make you think. But I do also tend to like longer poems that rhyme, have got repetition. I'm a sucker for a good simile or metaphor, honestly, on my days. And this one, like I said, I don't fully understand it, but it's a longer one. There's some repetition in it, and it's written more like a story. Like, we've got a few different characters, we've got a little bit of a plot as well, a bit of a timeline. So I can appreciate this one. The next one, the one after Stranger, is called Happy, and I'm actually disappointed that I'm gonna have to take that point back, because Stranger was good. I actually like that. But Happy, there's just like no point to it. I really don't see the point of it. The entire poem is, every time I try to write a silly poem, it turns out incredibly sad. That should tell you something, Gabbie. Maybe poetry ain't for you. Alright, next one, Fashion. It starts off with, "I've always worn my heart on my sleeve and my feelings on my face." Same. Sometimes it gets me in trouble, but I can't help it. It's not always a bad thing though. It's partly why I decided to start making these videos. So she says that she's always loved to wear her heart on her sleeve. Like I do. Okay, I do like this one. Not only because I relate to it, but she's using clothes as a metaphor for her feelings, which I kind of have mixed feelings about. Like, I do like the use of a metaphor, just not this metaphor, because she did not come up with that on her own. Literally, the phrase "wearing your heart on your sleeve" has been around for centuries. So the metaphor was literally handed to her by the English language, and she took it and ran. But anyway, she says, whereas some people only wear their emotions as pajamas, she wore her emotions as her Sunday best. However, then people started critiquing her taste. But because of this, Gabbie decided to make a swap. And she says that she replaced her revealing outfits for tank tops, which have no sleeves. So overall, I think it's one of the better poems. I am gonna give it a point. Moving on. Relative. The whole poem is time is relative. Beauty is relative. Family is relatives. How did this get published? Oh my gosh! The next poem is called Iron. Guys, I don't know if I can go on. Oh my days, I'm reading this out. I'm reading this one out to you guys. Oh, it's just shocking. When I was young, my mom used to check if the iron was hot by touching it. And I don't know, I just feel like there's a metaphor in there somewhere. I'ma tell you right now, Gabbie, no there ain't. There ain't no damn metaphor in that. There may be a bit of a lesson in that. Don't copy your mother's stupid mistakes. But there ain't no damn metaphor in that. Do you even know what a metaphor is? I'm honestly questioning if she does. Who gassed her up? Honestly, this poem, this is proof she thinks her work is way better than it actually is. If she thinks she can get away with that. I'd even go as far as to say that Gabbie may even be out of touch with reality. Oh boy, here we go lads. Next one's called Anxiety. I think I'd like that picture more if it wasn't paired up with this poem. Wait, maybe I should read it first. Because I think this picture paired with this poem makes both things cliche. Like the picture on its own ain't much of a cliche. I'ma say the poem on its own isn't a cliche. But together, boom! Mega cliche. Alright. All this poem is describing how anxiety feels and what it does to you. However, these descriptions ain't nothing new, you know. I do like the rhythm and the pace of it. Plus, there's a bit of alliteration and it rhymes. So overall, I'm giving this a point. Okay guys, that's where I'm gonna leave it for today. This book was pretty much what I expected it to be. Nothing special. It really does seem like Gabbie thinks her work is better than it is. And whilst every author has to believe in their work and their capabilities, we also have to be realistic about it, you know? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give that like button a little kiss and subscribe to become a starlet like me. Don't forget to follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter. And if you've read something that's just left you shook beyond repair and you just think, oh my days, Charlotte has got to see this, then suggest something in the comments. Whether it's fiction, non-fiction, manga, poetry, whatever, let me know. Alright guys, I'll see you guys later. Bye!